Hello and welcome to a brand new series here on my YouTube channel. I am Official H2 and I'm so glad you could join me here today for the start of a new YouTube save on FM22 exclusively here on YouTube called Developing Deportivo. Deportivo de La Coruna is a very historical club. Between 1991 and 2010, they spent 20 years in the top flight, finishing in the top half 16 of those years in La Liga. In the all-time La Liga table, they ranked 12th in terms of total points. Things started to go south for them in the 2010-2011 season when they got relegated. They got promoted in 2014, and then they've kind of been up and down since then. More recently, they have been relegated down to the third tier in Spain in 2020, playing at the lowest level they've played at for 39 years in the third tier in Spain. Deportivo is a team that has won La Liga in the 1999-2000 season. They finished runners-up on 5 occasions in La Liga. They've won 2 Copa del Reys, 3 Spanish Super Cups, and they've even made the Champions League quarterfinals and semifinals in the 2000s. They play in a massive 32,000-seat stadium, and some huge names have come through the club, like Argentinians Fabrizio Colaccini, Jonas Gutierrez, and Brazilians Bebeto, Felipe Luis, and Rivaldo. Our goal with this team is to take them as high as we can back to the glory days, hopefully challenging in La Liga and one day in Europe. So then, we begin our journey not in the first division, not in the second division, but in the Spanish Federation 1, which is the third division in Spain. And we will find our club here in Spanish Federation 1A, Deportivo La Coruna. And there we have it. Deportivo La Coruna have confirmed us as their new manager. We're on €5,500 per week on a 3-year deal. Welcome to the club. We're predicted to finish first in the league. Again, we're playing in that huge stadium with good training facilities, good youth facilities, and average youth recruitment. Transfer budget of €1.7 million and a nice wage budget, a huge wage budget for this level of €109,000 per week. Here you can see some of the accolades we already talked about, but it is clear that our best spell of success was during the 2000s, and it is time to get this beautiful club back up there. Fierce rivals, Celta Vigo. The club culture is to strive to make progress on and off the pitch while working within the wage budget. We're expected to win promotion by winning the league and then finish in La Liga to top half, and our contract expires around here. Let's create a tactic from scratch that fits this team. I'm thinking something like a 4-3-3. So this is the shape I kind of want to play. I think it fits the players that we have. I'm going to change some roles around here and check back in with you guys once it's done. Here's how we're going to start the season then. We're going to have an advanced forward on attack with a winger on attack and a winger on support behind. A carrilero and a box-to-box in the midfield with a DM on defense behind them. A wingback on attack on the left, a fullback on the right on support, and 2 ball-playing defenders with a sweeper keeper behind them. The reason I chose this is because both of our wingers so far have pretty good crossing, 15 on Doncel and I think 13 on Alvaro Rey. And we have a taller striker. Even though he has decent acceleration, he's 6'2". So I think we'll use him as an advanced forward, but we will try to get those floated crosses into him. Our box-to-box midfielder, Bergantinos, will be tracking back and forth here, giving him some freedom to be an attacking winger. And then he's also supported by this fullback here. The DM sits in front of our back 4. The left-sided wingback is on attack because Velares will be the carrilero, kind of operating in this area in the midfield, and this winger on support will be kind of tracking back as well as joining in the attack, giving him the freedom to be a wingback on attack. In terms of our team instructions, we're starting on a positive mentality, fairly wide, play out of defense, shorter passing, higher tempo, being more expressive and working the ball into the box with floated crosses. Our team is really good at passing and expressing themselves, so hopefully be more expressive with a shorter, quicker passing will allow us to create some nice positive football. Counter press, counter, slow the pace down, distribute to our fullbacks and our center backs, rolling the ball out, building from the back. Higher defensive line, much higher line of engagement. We'll start with playing the offside trap, but we'll adjust that if we need to. Standard width, use tighter marking, and 1 tick higher on the trigger press. For player instructions on our striker, we have take fewer risks and dribble less. We just want him to be a finisher. We don't need him too involved in our build-up. Our left-sided winger and our right-sided winger both will be on shoot less often. Our box-to-box and carrilero are on default instructions. Our DM is on default instructions as well. Our right-sided fullback and our left-sided wingback will both have take fewer risks and shoot less often. We're doing nothing special for our ball-playing defenders. The only thing I may change if we're struggling with being caught out of position is triggering the press less often on the player instructions, while keeping it a tick higher on our team instructions. And then our sweeper keeper on support has no special instructions on him. Our squad depth then looks pretty good. We have our main midfielder, Jurgen Elitim, the Colombian. He's only 21 years old. He's on loan from Watford, but he starts the season injured for 4 to 6 months. That's going to be a huge hole that we need to fill. Victor Garcia on loan from Real Valladolid. He is our starting right back. He looks like a decent player physically, pretty good mentally, and decent technically. Diego Velares is our carrilero right now. He looks good. He's 25 years old, our player, not on loan. He's probably our highest quality player that isn't in on loan. And then when you look through the list, there's nothing really that is super lacking. Like I said, Alberto Quies is our main striker. Miku will be his backup. Not as quick as I like my advanced forwards, but either footed. Composure is a little lacking though, and he is 35, so maybe we need some more options up front. On our B team, we have one of our top prospects, Mario Najera. He is 18 years old, can play up front or as a shadow striker. We'll probably train him as an advanced forward, to be honest. If we can improve his physicals, he has nice composure and really good finishing, so he's one to watch. And then Bryce Val is a midfielder, more of a defensive midfielder, maybe slotting in at the DM position as support for our current DM, who is Granero. But the thing with Val is his positioning is really bad. Only 7 positioning, but he has the height, he has the physicals, and he has pretty good mentals other than positioning. So he is someone that we'll look to develop there. Another prospect we have is Beke. He is 18 years old, can play anywhere across the front, either footed, so he might come up to the senior team and provide depth on either wing. Decent enough crossing, but his dribbling is very good. First touch, off the ball, and technique are really good. So he's someone that we'll look to develop this season as well. Finances then, our balance is beautiful, 10.6 million euros in the bank. We have a transfer budget of 1.7 million euros and a wage budget of 109,000 pounds per week. We're currently spending just over 9,000 over the budget, so we will adjust that to make it even. I think we'll go somewhere around here. So we'll have about 10,000 per week in budget and just under €1 million to play with. Once I make any transfers, I will let you know, but we are at the start of preseason, and I'll go through preseason and then check in with you before this match against Real Union. First transfer activity of the save, our 20-year-old Spanish winger Victor is leaving to join Real Avilés on loan for the season. They play in a league below us. It's a good opportunity for him to get some minutes in. One of our midfielders, Alex Bergantinos, he is 36 years old. We have a testimonial coming up for him. We will be playing Académica Coimbra. And this is a testimonial for a guy that has spent 16 seasons with us. He's been away from the club a few times, rejoined for his third spell in 2018. And he has had a very historic career with this club. So shout out to Alex Bergantinos, and hopefully he enjoys this testimonial match in his honor. Our first signing of the season is Waldo from Real Valladolid. We are paying 97,000 euros up front. He is a left or right winger, very strong left foot, reasonable right foot. He has nice crossing and dribbling, really good physicals, very determined, and decent enough mentals. Off the ball movement is really good as well. So he is our first signing. Welcome, Waldo. Second signing joining us is Ivan Martos, a 24-year-old Spanish fullback. We're paying 120,000 euros up front, but he is a good player to develop for the left back position. He is 24, but he already looks very well-rounded. Mentals are great, physicals are good, technicals are also very good. 13 marking. And 6 foot is great for that position because our current starting left back is Hernandez, and he is a little older. He's 30, still has a few years left in him, but hopefully our new signing, Ivan Martos, can learn from him and develop into our future left back. This leaves us with basically no transfer budget left, but about 6,000 euros per week in the wage budget for maybe one more big loan signing if we can find one. We brought in our first loan signing of the season. Dejan Tetek, a Serbian midfielder from Reading, joins us on loan. More of a box-to-box for us. Fairly well-rounded physicals, decent mentals in some key areas, and a player that we can look to develop. He's only 18 years old, so one to keep an eye on for the future, but the biggest thing is he is a free loan, so an extra body in the midfield for us. As we approach the start of the season, midfielder Diego Vilares has a fractured rib, so we will send him to a specialist and have him back in 4 to 5 weeks, hopefully. We are letting go of Miku, the 36-year-old striker. He doesn't really fit into our plans. He's a little older, and we just couldn't find place for him in our squad, so we are selling him for a fee of 20,000 euros, 7,000 of which are added to our budget. He is joining Alcorcon, which is actually in the second division, but just doesn't fit into our plans, so good luck to him. One more loanee joining us from Nottingham Forest, Loic Mbeso, a 20-year-old center back. He joins on a free loan, and he will add some good depth in our defense. He is only 20 years old. Still some improvements that he can make, but 13 jumping reach, 15 strength, 6'2", 13 marking, 12 positioning, 13 tackling. Mentals are good. Welcome to the team, Loic Mbeso. As we approach the start of the season, Alex Bergantinos will remain our captain. He's 36 years old, but has 18 leadership and 14 teamwork. Ivan Martos, our left back, will be the vice captain, only 24 years old, 14 leadership and 12 teamwork. It is finally here. Today is the first match of the season against Real Union. We will be doing a full match live commentary, I guess, through that, and that will be the end of today's video. But before I do that, let me show you what happened in the preseason. We went undefeated, drawing 0-0 against Genoa was our only non-win. In this match here, the 6-1 victory against Villalbis, actually, I want to show you a goal that De Camargo scored. He's a Brazilian on loan with us, and he scored an absolutely beautiful goal. He's going to be one of our wingers. I don't know if he'll start for us yet or if he's going to be a substitute, but the ball is over here on the wing. Simao plays it across. They fail to clear it. It falls to De Camargo, and an absolute bullet from the outside of the box. A really nice finish from him there. And then in this match here, 12-0 against Negreira. Of course, not the best team, so you kind of expect some dominance. But Alvaro Rey on the right-hand side here, the right winger, scored, I think it was 6 goals. And he had a couple of assists, 3 assists, 6 goals and 3 assists. So I thought that was really cool. But yeah, a really good preseason. The business that we've done, again, I'll recap for you. So the only players that we let go were Miku for 20,000, the aging striker, and Victor on loan to Real Aviles. Those are the only 2 confirmed loans. There's another loan in the works right now, but it is not confirmed yet. The players that we brought in, Loic Mbeso, the center back on loan from Nottingham Forest on a free loan. That's huge. Dejan Tetek, who's actually away on international duty to start the season with the Serbia under-21s. He is on a free loan as well from Reading. We spent 120,000 on Ivan Martos as our left back for the future, but we will be playing him a lot this season as well. And Waldo joined for 97,000 from Real Valladolid. Either wing, very nice player, 26 years old, Spanish national, sorry. So that is the business that we have done, and we are ready to head into the first match of the season. I will see you guys for the live commentary against Real Union. This is how we're going to start the first match of the season. Kies will be the advanced forward, Rey and Waldo on either wing. Granero slots in at Carrilero because our starting Carrilero is usually Diego Villares, but he is injured for another 2 weeks. Bergantinos is the box-to-box, Calavera the DM, Victor Garcia on the right-hand side for fullback, Hernandez on the left, Trigueros and La Peña in defense with Mackay behind them in goal. And then our bench has basically options all through the field. Quite a few players injured and away. Like I said, Dejan Tetek is still away with Serbia under-21, so he won't be featuring today. But we look good for the first match here, so let's head into this, and I will see you guys once we kick off. All right, we are underway for the first match of our save, Deportivo La Coruna. We are the home team against Real Union, and our season is officially underway. My plan for this is to bring 1 live commentary, maybe 2 per episode, depending on the matches we have to play, and then just show you highlights and catch you up on stuff that happens in between episodes. But we have our first highlight here, 11 minutes in, and it is Real Union on the ball. We do well to steal that there. Granero plays it over to Hector Hernandez, the left back. He does really well to find some space. Can he get a cross in? Plays it back to Granero, and he cannons that off the defender. Granero again on the ball, plays a looping cross in. The goalie makes a mess of it. Alberto Kies is there for our first goal of the save. It is offside. It will not count. That was a really nice cross from Granero, but you can see here he is miles offside. The goalie makes an absolute meal of it, but the goal will not stand. Good signs early on, though. Highlight right away. Trigueros plays it to La Peña. Goes back to the goalie, Mackay. Mackay is actually a Scottish and Spanish dual national, which is really cool. Hector Hernandez back to Trigueros. Patient build-up. This system is a lot of patient passing, short passing, waiting for the perfect opening. Victor Garcia on the right. Alvaro Rey. Garcia again. Very patient from us here. La Peña back to Trigueros. Hector Hernandez in some nice space over here. He is on the attack duty, so he should be driving up here and trying to get the ball into the box. Cuts it back to Granero. Similar to the last highlight, we saw beautiful cross in. Alvaro Rey, great save, and Waldo is there. This time we can have The beautiful soundbite, as that is our first goal of the season. And 14 minutes in, we take a 1-0 lead. Hector Hernandez here doing really well, working with Granero on this left-hand side. Granero's delivery, again, impeccable. Alvaro Rey, who had a great preseason, does so well, but it's his opposite winger on the left-hand side, Waldo. We don't have to ask where's Waldo because he's right in the box, ready to pounce on that. And that is a very nice goal for our first goal of the season. Another highlight here in the 26th minute. Ooh, Hector Hernandez. That might be a two-footed tackle. Is he going to get sent off here? This is... Oh, my days. 27 minutes in, Hector Hernandez makes a rash challenge on the left-hand side here, and he is sent off. This is going to be tricky. Granero has had a good game, so I don't really want to take him off. If anything, I think we're going to go DM here, and then we'll probably make this a fullback on support. I think Ivan Martos has to come in. He's the natural replacement that we signed from Real Valladolid this summer. So he joins the game here, but a big hole left by Hernandez's rash challenge, and quite early on here. We're going to have to hold off for a majority of the game. Let's see if we can do that. Highlight in the 30th minute now. It's been 5 minutes since the red card. Kies wins the header down. Waldo plays a beautiful ball. Alvaro Rey is in. Heavy touch, though, lets him down. And Real Union is back on the ball. Eki plays it to Rivero. They look to build forward here. Vivancos plays a beautiful ball over the top. Nunez is in a hole here behind our defense. A chip finish. And Chema Nunez gets his first goal of the season. A tough pill to swallow. I mean, we just looked far too easy to break down with that ball forward. So much space here because we are a man down. I think we're going to have to change our shape here, but Nunez just found that space, ran in behind, and scored a nice finish, to be fair, but 1-1, 30 minutes gone. Let's make some changes. So I think the biggest issue is this gap between our two midfielders. So we'll put Calavera as a ball-winning midfielder on defend, and then instead of a Carrilero, I think we will make Granero a box-to-box midfielder. He has 18 work rate, so he should be able to do that just fine. I think I may pull my fullbacks on defend, though, which really is annoying because our whole system revolves around this side being an overload, but that red card from Hernandez has left us needing to do this. Highlight now, 33rd minute. Victor Garcia for us has a throw-in. He delivers the ball, and Bardaji collects for Real Union. Can they build forward here? A long ball that is dealt with by La Peña. Granero. Nice pass to Alvaro Rey. I really like Granero's passing. Kies with an absolute bullet that hits the bar. Unlucky not to finish that. But it's all us so far. But it's 1-1 on the scoreboard, and that's all that matters as we approach halftime here. Halftime then, 67% possession despite being a man down. We've hit the woodwork once, 12 shots, 6 of which were on target. An XG of 1.69 to their 0.45, but all that matters is that they scored. We are underway here in the second half, still a man down, a lot of football to play. Highlight now in the 52nd minute. Nunez plays it in. Elozugi is there, but that was over the bar on the volley. Let's encourage the boys a little bit here. Calavera is on a yellow as a ball-winning midfielder. That scares me very much. We will tell him to ease off tackles, which actually I don't think we can as a ball-winning midfielder. We may substitute him here. I think we'll move him over here. We'll move Granero to the ball-winning midfielder position, and then we will bring on Rafa de Vicente as the box-to-box. He's not really a box-to-box at all. His work rate is lacking, so maybe we'll switch him back to a Carrilero just to cover this area over here. And we're down to one substitution left, if I'm not mistaken, so we're going to have to hold on to that for a little bit. Highlight in the 61st minute. Ivan Martos, our left back, throws the ball in to Waldo. Ivan Martos with the delivery. Alvaro Rey is there. That is cleared by Escurdia, but Granero does well to latch on to the loose ball. Victor Garcia now builds from the back, passes to La Peña, his center back partner. Granero finds a nice pocket of space, receives the ball, and goes all the way back to McKay, who plays it one touch to Ivan Martos into Waldo here. Martos again on the ball, dribbles towards their goal. Waldo latches onto that through ball, and that almost flew in. That was a cross from Waldo, and the goalie did make a meal of that. And you know what I'm thinking? This goalie has made a few questionable decisions. So instead of working the ball into the box, I don't usually do this, but let's shoot on sight here and see what we can do, because he seemed to make a few mistakes here. And let's see if this pays dividends here. 67 minutes now. Granero plays it back to La Peña. Trigueros builds from the back over to Ivan Martos. De Vicente in midfield, back to Ivan Martos now. Trigueros, the center back, up to De Vicente. Very patient possession from us, looking for that opening. Victor Garcia plays it up to Alvaro Rey. Back to Victor Garcia, Granero, Rey. Does well to beat his man here, and he has some space that he can run into. Can he get the quality ball in? Only a couple of bodies in there. Di Vicente is there. First goal of the season.
Oh, yes!
Rafa Di Vicente, a beautiful delivery from Alvaro Rey. He did so well to beat his man here and whips in a beautiful cross. Di Vicente just joining in the action here at the edge of the box. One first touch volley with his left foot, places that beautifully, and we take the lead at 67 minutes of the game. I'm just telling our center back here to ease off tackles, La Peña. I think we may actually be able to make 5 changes. I don't really want to make a change right now. I will in about 5 in-game minutes if I need to. Okay, this is what we want to see. We want the time to keep ticking away. We're at 81 minutes now. At 85, I think we'll go a little more defensive. Maybe I waited too long. Let's see, 85th minute and a highlight starts, but we do well to win the ball. That might be offside. Kies is there. He finishes that, but it is offside. I think we'll make some changes here just to hold on to this lead. I don't want to change too much. If you know me, I don't really like inviting pressure, but I think it's necessary to do a little bit here to make sure that we walk away with some points here. Let's go a little more direct. Stop playing out of defense. Be more disciplined, waste some more time, pass into space. We'll probably stop the offside trap and squeeze our lines just a little bit better here. And hopefully this does the trick. Hopefully we're not inviting too much pressure. And they virtually created nothing this game. We're into stoppage time. Let's make some substitutions. I think we're allowed 5 substitutions if I remember correctly. Rey comes off. He's had a phenomenal game. Noel Lopez comes in at striker. And I think I can make one more change. We'll probably make one in the midfield if anything. Nahera is not a central. We don't really have a central midfielder on the bench, to be fair. Doncel is our probably only choice as a Carrilero, if anything, but I'm not going to drop him back. I think that's it. I think those are the changes we're going to make here. 3 minutes of added time, 2 minutes, 1 minute, and what a victory. Our first match of the season. Made a lot harder by Hernandez's 27th minute red card. Only 10 aggression on him, and I don't have get stuck in, so a little concerning that we had a red card so early. But I mean, a dominant win from us. 71% possession to their 29, 2.43 xG without a penalty, by the way. So some really good chances created by us. 21 shots to their 4, 7 on target for us, 2 for them, and just a really good job in terms of our full game plan here. We only had 12 fouls, but one of them was that red card, so we'll have to hope that that doesn't happen again. Well done, lads. That was a great win for us, and we are officially off the mark with Deportivo La Coruna. Not top of the table because of goal difference, but 1 win out of 1 to start the series. My plan is to probably play a few games off stream and then show you highlights, and then come back for a live commentary like I did today I said off stream, off video, and then come back for a live commentary again like we did today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments if that's a format that you'd like. Some games offline and then showing you highlights from those and doing a live commentary in the next video. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you. Please remember to like the video. It really helps the channel a lot, so I know what content is being watched and how you feel about it. Comment, subscribe, all of those things you already know. I really appreciate you, and I'm looking forward to this save here on YouTube. If you want to watch me live stream on Twitch, I'm live daily over at twitch.tv/officialh2. Link is in the description below. Until next time, I look forward to seeing you guys. Take care, much love, and I will see you. Bye-bye.